Yo, what is going on, guys? Today is a historic day for MCOC. So, got my new phone here, screen mirroring. Let's just click that. Let's see if this works. You can see here, it should connect right now. Oh my god, dude. Look how sick that is. So much better than these stupid cords, man. Also, this cord won't even work on the new phone because now it's Type C. So yeah, dude, Air server is so lit, and I have game sound in my headset. Like Air server, I should have switched to this years ago, dude. Okay, but I did just update the game. I haven't went to masteries yet, but we should have mastery loadouts for the first ever time in game, and oh my god, we do. Wow, that is beautiful. Wow. Okay, guys, so in today's video, we are going to be putting together three different mastery setups, and you can totally copy me if you want. I'm going to be making one setup purely for defense, one setup purely for attack with the recoil masteries, the suicide masteries, and then one loadout for just general attack, and it could be used for defense as well without suicides, or with like deep wounds max, that kind of thing. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get into this. Okay, so we got three loadouts here. So this is my normal loadout that I'm running right now. Okay, so we have here, this is more of my general one, but we'll come back to that, probably tweak it. Let's start the third one and make this Alliance War defense. Okay, so let's do that. We're gonna start with Alliance War defense. Do I have to set active to start working on it, or alright, let's put in solid D. Okay, can I start putting points in now? No. Do I have to set active, maybe? Yes. Oh yeah, masteries are free for a whole week. Okay. Oh, dude, I love that. I love that so much. Okay. Yeah, we can get these setups perfect. Okay. Heck yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to start with defense. So let's get cracking here. So the main thing with defense is, I'll show you guys my secret tip that really helps your champs on defense. I think it's a pretty underrated mastery by a lot of the community. I don't really hear a lot of other people talk about it too much, but I love it. And I'll show you guys in just a sec. Alright, so that's the amount of points. You just want 4 in cruelty. The reason for that is the last point with diminishing returns just isn't really that worth it. So you just leave cruelty at 4, put the extra point into courage here. This is when you drop below 50% health, you're going to get more attack, and your defenders are as well. And then obviously definitely want to put a point into despair, just at least 1, so that if you got debuffs applied on them, it's going to lower their regen. Point in unfazed is always a good idea as well if you have it, and then also 1 point in assassin. It's just good to have a point in these masteries because they can make or break a fight for the opponent. Assassin, once their health bar gets there, a parry could just fail. They could let go of block, catch a combo, and die. That's happened. Like 1 point in assassin can do that. Unfazed, if they're trying to use someone that evades, unstoppable, they can catch a full combo to the face. That can trip people up. Good to have at least 1 in despair. You could definitely put more in despair. We might put more in there. We'll see what we're working with. Let's get to the defensive side of things, and this is where a very important mastery, the one I was talking about earlier, it's this right here, greater vitality. This mastery is incredible, and I pretty much always am running at least like 5 to 6 points in this, because all this does is it increases your total health pool on your champions defensively. And when you have a champion placed defensively, they have nodes that scale their attack by like 100, 200, 300%. When you're adding these extra percent on top of that, then it's multiplied by that percent. It adds up to actually quite a bit more health. So if you want to fully invest in this mastery, you can get 8% more health. That is a lot. Think about, on Sasquatch, who has over 100,000 health. 8% is going to give him like 10,000 more HP, and then that's multiplied by nodes to be more health. So, greater vitality, highly recommend this mastery. I'm usually not able to max it because, 9 points is quite a lot, but I do always put like at least 5 in there. Maybe put some more, we'll see. But we definitely want recovery maxed always. So let's make sure that mastery is all maxed out here. Recovery, good. Okay. And then, you know, I usually put points in block proficiency, but, you know, in defense it doesn't matter too much. But I do want a point in stand your ground. Again, just at least 1 point in this mastery can really trip people up. And I think we'll just put more points in greater vitality. 6. Let's get it up to 7. Okay, because usually, you know, I max out block proficiency, but since this setup is mainly for defense, block proficiency doesn't matter. I don't care what my defender's block proficiency is, you know, that's irrelevant to me. If it's just for my defenders, well, you know, whatever. Alright, we still have plenty of points to play around with. Okay, let's move over to the proficiencies here. So, Limber. This is another really big defensive mastery. This one needs to be all maxed out. Pretty much a prerequisite for high tier war. You need to be having Limber maxed. Just 1 point in Dex. Did that go in? It did. Okay. We're going to max out Stupefy as well. And then we definitely want Mystic Dispersion. So we're just going to need to put enough points in this tree to get it. Put some points into regular parry. Okay, there we go. We just need 1 point. Alright, boom. Max out Mystic Dispersion. Beautiful. Okay, there we go. So that's pretty much my base defense tree set. We still have 10 extra points to mess around with now. Oh, yeah, over here, of course. Willpower. Definitely got to max that out. And then we're also going to max out Inequity. So what this mastery does is for each debuff. So if you have defenders that apply debuffs, so for example, you know, Null. Null's a really good example of this. He applies guaranteed debuffs at the start of fights, and, you know, just mediums through blocks throughout is going to apply more debuffs. So, or for example, like Photon, you know, she applies a lot of debuffs through the block and stuff like that. So what this mastery is going to do for those types of champions is for each debuff that they put on the opponent, each one is lowering their attack rating by 6%, up to a maximum of 36. So at 60 buffs, this maxes out 36% attack reduction. So, you know, you're just lowering their attack by a lot. The more you lower your opponent's attack, the longer the fight's going to take. The longer the fight takes, the higher the chance for a screw up and for your defender to put in some work. So that's why we have Inequity all maxed out there. We could put a point into Coagulate. And then I think we're going to max out Greater Vitality because we can. And then we got 1 point remaining. I think we'll just slap another point into Stand Your Ground. Okay, there we go. So that is our defensive tree set. The main things here on the offensive side of things, just 1 point in all of these little guys here. No more than that is required. Defense, Greater Vitality, all maxed out. Inequity, all maxed out. Proficiencies, Limber, all maxed out. Mystic Dispersion, all maxed out. That's really the main stuff for defense. Alright, we're good on that front. Cool. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and make a full recoil. Let's put it balls to the walls. My new phone is still getting used to how I type. Can I change it to that? I can. Okay, I like that name. Alright, this mastery setup is just when we're going hard, full balls to the walls, just going in. We're going for damage. We don't care about our health. You know, we're trying to go fast. Okay, so let's set active. Yes. So this master setup is still saved there. Solid D. Cool. Alright. Okay, dude, I really love the way this has been implemented. It's good. The only annoying thing is that, you know, you still have to put in the points individually, but once we have our 3 setups, you know, I won't really have to do that anymore. I'll just have to switch between them. So, only annoying right now. Pretty much. But, alright, let's get the base tree set up once again. 5 in precision, 4 in cruelty, 1 in courage. Pretty much advise that for the start of all mastery setups. That's what I use. Alright. Good. Now we can put on the recoil mastery. So just 1 point in actual recoil, 1 point in glass cannon, because you know glass cannon does the opposite of the mastery we were just talking about. You know, greater vitality. This mastery will raise your health percentage. This mastery will lower your, or not this one. This one, glass cannon, will lower your health percentage, but it will raise your attack. But I don't like sacrificing my health. For the most part, even on a build like this, I only put 1 point in glass cannon and 1 point in recoil. But then, of course, we do max 3 out of 3 for liquid courage and for double edge. Okay, there we go. Still got some bugs. Alright, that's always fun. Okay, we're still on the correct setup. Okay, 2, 3. So buggy. Okay, there we go. We'll circle back to the offensive tree. Let's just get some points placed in the defensive tree. Right, we're going to make sure that we have recovery maxed out, and willpower being maxed out is very important here as well. Another bug. Oh my goodness, so annoying. This is what makes masteries before just so terrible, because that would happen. Like, when that happens 2-3 times, when you're just trying to redo your masteries, it's so annoying, man. It's so freaking annoying. Okay, I'm going to put a couple points in block efficiency. We'll max it. Some more points in greater vitality. I don't think I'm going to bother with stand your ground on this one. Stop bugging out. Okay, there we go. So 6 in there. We're good. 6 out of 9. Another one. That's 3. Dude, come on. Just let me do my masteries in peace, please. Trying to make a video. Kabam. Okay, there we go. 3 out of 3 willpower. Alright, we're also going to put some points into coagulate. Maybe put more. Again, we'll circle back. I just want to get the bulk of the tree set and then see what we got for extra points. Alright, we're going to max out. Don't want to max limber with this. Probably, but maybe not. Let me see what we're working with here. So we have 12 points right now. So it really comes down to what you want when you're running the recoil masteries. You know, you can really go one of 2 ways. You can run deep wounds maxed out. You can run mystic dispersion all maxed out. It's a little tricky to run both maxed out with also the full recoils. So what do I want on this build? I think we probably want deep wounds since it's free. Yeah, I think I probably want deep wounds. So let's do that. Yeah. Deep wounds, man, it's is that the 4th time? Deep wounds, it's really expensive to spec the points into. Like, I'm pretty sure this point here would be like 9 units, and this last one is like 10 units. So that's super expensive. So I'm really glad that's free right now. Alright, we got 6 points remaining. 1 assassin. Let's go. Put some points in. Let's put some more into coagulate. Yeah, I'll max it. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And then 3 points left. We'll go. We have some options. Could always put more points in greater vitality. Could always get some collar tech. Also put more points in limber. I think honestly, I'm just going to put some points in parry. And 1 in petrify. Yeah. That is going to be the offensive balls to the walls mastery setup. So the main things here, of course, full suicides, full deep wounds, 1 in assassin. Always good to have just 1 point in assassin. The first point is so worth it because, you know, if you look at how it scales, you know, it starts at 20%, 12%, goes up each rank by 10% and 2%. But that first rank, it's 20% and 12%. The first point is just so much value. Highly, highly recommend just having Assassin unlocked for that 1 point. It's really worth. Defensively, max willpower and max coagulate. It's going to really help to reduce the damage that we're taking from those recoil masteries. And any champion who's not immune to bleed, they're going to be taking 30% less damage from that bleed debuff. Which is going to be really nice. Just less damage. And then here, nothing really important. When you're running the recoil mastery, the proficiency tree, you know, you can honestly run 1, 2, 3. You can run 6 points here. You know, 1 in parry, 1 in limber, 1 in dex, 3 in stupefy. That's it. That's all you. That's like bare bone minimum that's needed for this tree. So you could allocate some other points elsewhere, but yeah, add some extra points. So max parry, max petrify. I'm liking this. This master setup's looking real good. Okay, now just have one final master setup, and this is just my general questing, always active setup. So let's set this one active, and I think I'll just call it primary punch. Sure, I like the sound of that. Okay, so yeah, this is just the mastery setup that I have been running, but let's just recover. I don't even know what it is exactly. Let's just recover though and redo. Okay, so this the goal with this mastery setup is, like I said, when we were doing the recoil one, you know, you kind of have to choose between max deep wounds and mystic dispersion. We're not there about that here. We're gonna definitely have both of those two masteries maxed out with this setup. So we'll see what else we got after that. But that's definitely the main goal, to have those two master setups all maxed out for this one. All right. Again, same start, just 5 out of 5 in precision, 4 out of 5 in cruelty. That's the go-to. And 1 in courage. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't crash anymore. I think it'll be, what I think we're on number 4 crashes. Okay. So let's get it down to business. We're gonna max out despair. We're gonna max out deep wounds. We're not gonna put any points in any of this. I don't want any glass cannon. No thanks. I don't use glass cannon unless I'm going 3 out of 3 in double edge and liquid courage. Okay, there we go. 5 out of 5 deep wounds. We'll come back to assassin. I'll put 1 in unfazed for now. Wait, I can actually unlock more. Should I unlock more in unfazed? What does it go up to? Wait, at max. Wow, that's a 50% chance, I think, at 5 out of 5 to go more than 50%. I might come back for that. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. But all right, we'll circle back to that tree. Let's get our defensive tree set up. So here, I definitely do want block proficiency all maxed out. It's important here, and definitely always want recovery maxed out as well. What this mastery does, at 3 out of 3, it increases all of your healing by 15%. This is a very, very powerful mastery. Alright, and then we could put some points into perfect block. You know, I think I will. This 4%, you know, at max rank here, 4%. That doesn't seem like a lot, and for years I didn't really bother with this mastery. But dude, 4%, that's gonna happen. If you run this 4 out of 4, you'll notice. You'll be like, oh my god, I just got a perfect block there. And it happens like at big moments. Like, you know, a crazy opponent special attack that can do a lot of damage, and you just have to block it. Maybe you can't dex that part of it. You end up blocking it. Perfect block. And it's like, oh, that mastery coming in clutch. So, you know, it's been growing on me. So we're gonna max it. And then I'm gonna put oh, okay, I was going to put as many points as I can to Greater Vitality until Willpower opened up, but it already opened up. Alright, so let's make sure we max that. Okay, and then we might want some more points, but we'll have to see. We need to make sure we get Mystic Dispersion maxed out first. Probably also be running Limber here. Oh, there's number 5. Okay. But yeah, we will run max limber here because I just need to put a certain amount of points to then unlock Mystic Dispersion. So limber is just kind of the best option. Make sure we have 1 in Dex, max Stupefy. Second to open up MD. Not quite. 2 in parry. There we go. Alright, MD is open. Okay, I'm only gonna have 1 leftover point anyways. Number 6 crash. Okay. Okay, boom. 5 out of 5 MD. Alright, we got 1 point remaining. Where do we want to put it? We're looking pretty good here. We're looking pretty good here. I think I'm just going to put that last point into parry. 3 out of 3 in parry. There we go. Alright, guys. That is all of my mastery setups. So let's go over them one final time. So, up first here we have the primary punch. This is just going to be my general mastery setup for the most part, you know, during the Alliance War season. This is the kind of mastery setup that I'm going to be joining Alliance War Attack with, you know. This is good. The main things here, we got max deep wounds, maxed out despair, defensively willpower maxed, perfect block, recovery, block proficiency maxed, just to, you know, reduce block damage as much as we can and heal as much health as we can. And proficiencies here, mainly, you know, Mystic Dispersion, all maxed out for our Mystic champions to give them more power gain. Max Stupefy to increase our stuns. Max Limber to decrease when I'm stunned. And Max Parry to reduce a little bit of block damage. And I think it also increases stun by a little bit. So that is our primary punch. Just no recoils, no suicides. General mastery setup. Then we move over to our balls to the walls. This is when I'm trying to grind arena, trying to blitz the monthly EQ, you know, trying to just go hard, trying to go fast for speed. This is the mastery setup we're going to be using. So the main things here, maxed out Liquid Courage, maxed out Double Edge, which is going to be giving us 60% more attack rating. And then, of course, max deep wounds here as well. We could, you know, alternate this with maxed out Mystic Dispersion. Just kind of depends what you want, what you're running, what champions you're using. Then we move over to the defensive side of things. Maxed out Coagulate and maxed out Willpower. Very imperative for a recoil build because you're going to be taking a lot more damage. It's going to help you heal some of it back and reduce some of that damage that you're taking. Of course, recovery always helps with that as well. And our proficiencies here, nothing really important. This is just the balls to the wall setup. Then we move to our final, our solid D setup. It's just going to be on defense. I wish I could set this to my Battlegrounds defense as well, but Battlegrounds, your master setup is applied to your defense and attack, I think, right now. So I don't know if that's going to change or not, but it should be my Alliance War defense at least. And so, you know, nothing really important in the attack side of things, but in the defensive side of things, fully maxed out Greater Vitality. This is just going to give my defenders the absolute most health possible, which is very, very important to me. And we also are running maxed out Inequity, which is going to be lowering opponents' attacks if my defenders are applying debuffs to them. And maxed out Willpower as well. And then, of course, maxed out Mystic Dispersion, because defensively, my Mystic Defenders, we want them to be gaining as much power as possible. Max Limber as well, to help my defenders not be stunned as long. And that's pretty much it. Those are all 3 of the mastery setups. So that is going to go ahead and do it for my 2024 full guide on masteries, my mastery setups, all 3 of them built live with you guys together for you all to see my thought process and everything. Timestamps in the video for each of the builds that were due. I would really appreciate you guys dropping a like on the video, share it with your alliance mates, or if someone's asking about masteries, show them what Lagacy is rocking with. I've been playing this game for about 7 years, so I do have quite a bit of knowledge. Definitely not the mastery guru, but I have respec my masteries quite a few times over the course of 7 years, so I know a little bit. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's do it. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.